Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Honji Chang, coming from Taiwan, Taipei, Honji Clinic. It's my first time to give talk in Singapore. Unfortunately, this time I cannot visit Singapore by myself. I can only give talk to you using video. But I am very confident you will learn something in this lecture. And also, I wish in the future I can visit Singapore by myself. Okay, now the title of this lecture, Facing the World from Taiwan, the birth of a whole new fertility center, which is Honji Clinic. My history, okay, my CV. I was graduate from National Taiwan University. This is the best medical school in Taiwan. And of course, OBGYN, obstetric and gynecology department. I finished in 6 years of resident training. In 2001, I finished all my resident training. I could be a doctor, attending doctor in Taiwan. But in 2001, I have so many questions in my mind because IVF treatment at that time is not so good. A lot of injection, a lot of surgery. I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be an IVF doctor. I changed my mind. I went to New York, America, New York University, OBGYN, which is a fertility center. I went there to do scientific research as a visiting scientist. In the beginning, I have no salary. I have no salary because I'm a physician. I'm not a researcher. And the American doctor, they are not sure my research ability is good or bad. But they assigned me a job. New York University IVF Center is famous of its human IVF. But they also want to build an animal model to make research on mammalian series species of reproduction, which is mouse model, small mouse IVF model. They've been working for 2 years. They invite a researcher from China, a researcher from Germany, but they all failed. They assigned me this job. In a month, I made 2 trials of mouse IVF, and I was successful. The fertilization rate is more than 90%. They are surprised and they are excited. And then they invite me as a worker, a professional scientist in New York University. It's a full-time job. In 6 years, I read paper, make news research. Okay? But in 2007, my father in Taiwan, he was put into intensive care unit for treatment. And that day, I changed my mind. I think I have to go back to Taiwan to, help my father, and then I go back to Taiwan. America, USA, is a great power on earth. Very, very powerful. The #1 country on earth. How about her medicine also? Her medicine is also the best on earth. Manhattan is the important heart of America. Okay, best 10 fertility center in America. NYU is probably one of the best, #4. very famous. And my paper, Honji is still on the website of my fertility center. You can check at home, okay? NYU Medical Center. The NYU Fertility Center staff. I'm here, Honji. Okay, my colleague, Radio, Jim Grifo, Nicole Norris, they are still working in Manhattan. In the room, I started the paper, think questions, the place I make experiment. Every year, I tour around the US or Canada to give lectures every year. You can see all of them, most of them are American doctors or scientists. I have to give English lecture. I have to speak in America English, and after the talk, they will stand up, question me, ask me question. I have to answer them, make them satisfied. Okay, so 6 years. This is all my lifestyle in America. My colleague, the lab embryologist, famous professor. In 2005, I helped NYU to create egg freezing successful story, and we was reported in 2005 by NBC TV, even in headline news. In 2014, when I was in Taiwan, Japanese PBS TV also interviewed me. This is me. I am warming frozen Brussels cysts, 2 Brussels cysts. And later, these 2 Brussels cysts became 2 boys in Japan. Okay, this is me. Every detail, every step in the lab, I can do it. And also, I'm the expert of every detail. This is very rare in Taiwan or in the whole Asia, because doctors usually they are not familiar with the lab. If the doctor is not familiar with the lab, they cannot governize, control the lab quality into a good state. So in Taipei Honji Clinic, you can be relaxed because we have the best lab in Asia. And the lab is so important because your egg, your embryo, your future kids, they cannot complain if the lab is not good enough. They just stop development. So the lab is very, very important. You have to remember. So from 2001 to 2007, 12 times of paper presentations in American Society of Reproductive Medicine. This is the highest level of reproductive medicine annual meeting on Earth. You can see from 2002, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005 to 2006, 12 times. This is very, very rare for an Asian doctor to present for 12 times in ASRM. It is very, very rare. So you can, I think now you have some confidence of our lab quality. Very important. I get lecture in Montreal. Nuclear transfer for mass. What is this? You know, nuclear transfer. This is the young mouse cytoplasm. This is the father mouse, mother mouse nucleus, which is DNA fusion. So 3 mice became a mouse. Blackbirds. It's nuclear transfer, small mice. So this is me. In US, my research career Okay, my colleague. Okay, I toured around America, many cities, give talk, give lecture. Okay, I picture in New York. Okay, this is one of the most important slides. You have to look carefully. Singapore is very famous because it is so clean. Everything is so clean. City is so clean. But I believe there are still some mines living in Singapore. The Singapore is so clean. Why there are still mines living in Singapore? Because mines' reproductive ability is strong, very, very strong. Let me explain why. This is mice ovary. Okay? This is mice tube. Go to uterus. Go to uterus. And you can see mouse ovary and tube was surrounded by a bag-like membrane. So we call this sac. When the egg, mouse egg, was ovulated from the surface of the ovary, the egg will keep inside the capsule. The egg will not jump outside. So the opening of the tube can swallow the egg carefully into the tube. When male mouse sperm comes here, they mate together, became embryo. This mice was pregnant. And after 20 days, they deliver a lot of small mice. How about human? You can see this is a real ovary. The ovary is ovulating eggs. You can see the egg was ovulating like this, okay? There's a small ovary you can look. And this is another ovary. Tube. Opening of the tube. So small. If the ovary is ovulating now, and you are walking on the street, what will happen? Your tube will shaking like this. It was shaking like this. And if the egg was ovulated, and your tube is here, your egg ovulated into the pelvic cavity. Your husband's sperm is here. Your egg is here. Can you get pregnant? Can you get pregnancy? Of course not. So every doctor is checking the tube. Is it patent? Is there occlusion? Even though the tube is patent, if the tube cannot pick up the egg, it is useless. So this is very important slide. Please remember. Okay. Now we cannot check the ability for your tube to pick up the egg because there's no this kind of check. There's no this kind of examination. Okay. But this is the most important part of human reproduction. Traditional IVF treatment, ultrasound, blood check, a lot of blood check. Every time you visit doctor, blood check. Salpingography, they check your tube. It is painful. And I told you, even though your tube is patent, which doesn't mean your tube can pick up the egg successfully. Semen analysis, basal body temperature. Do you believe you check your temperature, body temperature in the morning can predict your ovulation? I don't believe. This is useless. Bothering life. And then sex, okay. Repeated insemination. The same. Points. Can you too pick up your egg? Okay. And then they will do surgery, laparoscope, to check your pelvic cavity. And after the check, they say, congratulations. Your tube is okay, no adhesion. But why you are not pregnant? Use this medication, repeated IVF, repeated insemination, and traditional IVF, a lot of injection. So IVF treatment is a process of suffering. Frequent OPD visiting is long, time-consuming, frustrating, expensive. All the treatment is expensive. When the girl's menstruation comes, cry alone. Okay, family expectation. Then the girl may quit her job. The girl's life changed. This is not good. This is not good. So, hysterosophiography. See, very, very painful. And I told you, use this treatment. Use this check. You don't need to check. Laparoscope. 1, 2, 3, 3 hole. 3 hole. Painful. Use this medication. Okay, this is this year, 2018, April in Japan. Okay. Infertility doctor check a patient with laparoscope to check the tube. Okay. November, they do the laparoscope surgery. 1 month later, December, the patient died because of pulmonary embolism and multi-organ failure. Do you think laparoscope is safe? No, I don't think so. I think laparoscope is unsafe, dangerous, and unnecessary. Useless medication. Oh, you were so beautiful. Husband who like you so much. What's your expectation? What do you want in the next step? Of course, the kids. Wow, happy life, so happy. But can you risk your life to doing this? Can you risk your life? Of course not. Of course not. But some treatment are risking your life. Let me tell you. Steroid treatment. Okay, so Japanese patient. A Japanese patient. She came to my clinic, but she also are receiving steroid treatment in Japan because she cannot be pregnant. She's 44 or something. So they check her immune system. They say some antibody are higher, abnormally higher. So they give her steroid treatment. We transfer our frozen embryo into her uterus. 4 days later, she went to Japan. She was admitted because throat infection goes to lung infection, pneumonia. And 4 days later, lung infection goes to sepsis. Sepsis, bacteria in the bloodstream. She was sent to intensive unit, but 4 days later, she passed away, she died. So, no steroid medication, please. It is unnecessary and risky. So she passed away. Heparin. Many doctors gave patient heparin injection. Heparin. This is the case in Taiwan, okay? In Taiwan. The patient died. The patient died, The patient died because heparin caused her bleeding, bleeding, head bleeding. She passed away. The doctor was sentenced. So heparin, no. I think aspirin, 1 pill 1 day is acceptable and safe. Only have aspirin is good enough. Please don't try any treatment which is risking your life. Traditional IVF treatment, okay? a lot of injection on every day. 3 injections in one day for consecutively 12 days. A lot of injection, 40, maybe 50 injections. Expensive, useless. Why? This may cause hyperstimulation syndrome. Big ovary, a lot of ascites. Some patients die, dangerous. And also uncomfortable. In 2012 and 2013, 2 papers from Australia told us traditional heavy hormone injection may increase ovarian tumor or even worse, breast cancer. So heavy injection is not good. So this is Taiwan. Okay. I built a fertility center, which is very, very good. One of the best in Asia. We want to help. Why? Okay. Why? In maybe 4 hour, 5 hour air flight, maybe this area, the people we can help. Okay. To help them. Help the wife. They working out of life shadow, working out the shadow, infertility shadow. Make happiness dream come true. Happiness with kids. Father's Day, Mother's Day, New Year vacation, and little pen, inexpensive, no check, don't check her, just make her pregnant. Just make her pregnant as soon as possible. In 1 month, in 2 months, make her pregnant without changing her life. Okay? But if the girl, she has no egg or the egg doesn't work, okay, we provide egg donation. We have the largest egg donation program in Asia. In my clinic, more than 500 young Chinese girls, most of them are college graduates. Okay, they are willing to donate her eggs with inexpensive price. We also want to help. Some husband does not have sperm. Oh, sperm how? We can help it. Okay, that is not true. Okay, so international orders idea treatment. 2 years ago, Japan, Tokyo, I had free talk, free speech. You know what? About 300 people coming. Infertility is a global issue in every country. It is so serious. But why so many Japanese people come? I guess they can afford the treatment. Okay, they can afford so they want kids, of course. Why not? I'm here. My Japanese translation. Okay, a lot of Japanese facing the world from Taiwan, Taipei, the birth of a whole new fertility center. This is a Japanese patient coming from Japan to receive egg donation. Okay, they are officers. They are pregnant very quickly without changing their life. They don't have to quickly leave their job. They're pregnant. Okay, 43 years old. What? Not young. Not young. Also, her husband. No sperm. No sperm. Okay? His semen, no sperm at all. In the beginning, he find a doctor to get sperm. The doctor cut off the scrotum, the skin, and take out the testes. And cut the testes. Use forceps to find sperm. Luckily, they found sperm. And they do IVF for her wife. But because her wife is so advanced age, so very quickly his sperm was run out, no sperm. And then doctor has to cut off her testes again. He's afraid. He searched internet and then he found me. I asked him, lie down the table without anesthesia. Okay, I used a very small needle and find her sperm. No pain. I found his sperm. And then he walked down the table. And then he was so surprised. He asked me, so happy, so surprised. Why? You don't have to cut off my testes and find my sperm. The other doctor, they cannot do that. I told him, 6 years in New York University, every week I had to do 1 time of mouse IVF. At that time, I had to find sperm from a male mouse. The testis of the mouse is so small, and your testis is so big. If I can find sperm from such a small testis, why not cannot find sperm from your testis? Easy. I'm a scientist. So later, very lucky, we make her the boy. Very happy. They return to the clinic, my clinic, to see another couple, handsome boy, beautiful girl. But the husband has no sperm. The same, I use my method. No need of surgery. I pick up her sperm and make them have a beautiful daughter. Japan, okay? He come to me. The wife is 37. From Japan to me. I use the same method. Like this, okay? Chinese. She came from Chengdu. Have you been there? Sichuan, Chengdu. The husband has no sperm. I use the method to make them have baby. Not difficult. Very cute. 31 years old. Okay, the husband also no sperm. That's first, no problem. No sperm. That first, no problem. That first, no problem. Okay, from Japan. He cannot be found sperm even from testis, so he has to use sperm donation. Also that verse. Sperm donation. We also have some sperm donor. We have some sperm with all kinds of ground in Taipei, Honji Fertility. Taiwan sperm donation. Okay, from Taiwan. Macau sperm donation. The wife is 30, quite young. And very strange. Her husband has no sperm, but she received salpingography. Strange. Laparoscope. Strange. Why? Because the doctor is not careful. In the beginning, they should check husband's sperm and wife also. Not just wife, keep checking, and they break down. Your husband has no sperm. This is not good. Not careful. Okay. Mild stimulation. I like mild stimulation. I don't like traditional heavy injection protocol IVF because mild is very mild. Very little medication, very little injection, without changing your life, without quitting your job. No need of salpingography. No need of laparoscopy surgery. We pick up your egg. Sometimes even without anesthesia. No need. But if you need, we'll give you anesthesia. We alleviate, reduce your mental, psychological, and physical burden. We pick up the eggs. We pick the good quality egg. The success rate is the same as traditional IVF. Why? Because our lab is very, very outstanding. Traditional IVF, for example, apple pickup. Let them cut up a tree and pick up all the apple. Why? Because they think IVF pregnancy rate is low, is very low. But if we have a good lab, we just pick up 3, 4, 5 apples. This egg can produce kids. That's good enough. No need of heavy injection. Okay, my estimation, IVF every 2 days, 1 injection. Every 2 days, 1 injection. And both I pick up. No need of concession. Very relaxed, very confident. Okay, Edward, he won Nobel Prize because he is the IVF doctor. IVF father, sorry, not doctor. He's a scientist. IVF father. I take the picture is in the US. He invented IVF in 1975, something like that. But 20 years later, he published a paper. He said, time to revolutionize ovarian stimulation. Okay? We have to think again, the treatment we give to our patients. He said, in the past 20 years, we improved stimulation methods, but damaging patients. Why? We are improving while we are damaging. Because excessive stimulation by injection is harmful to patients' health. You know, he said, mild stimulation provides good quality eggs, resulting in a high pregnancy rate in a good lab. But the doctor keep doing heavy injection. Why? Because of the lab problem. They are not confident with their lab quality. The spirit of mild stimulation is improve the lab quality. Don't do unnecessary, useless medication or check. We just do that, of course. We check the semen at the beginning. We do little blood tests. We may also check the uterus. Okay? But we don't check too. No basal body temperature check. Sex, yes, okay, acceptable. Artificial insemination, okay. Laparoscopic surgery, no need. Unnecessary medication, useless medication, and then go to mild stimulation. Okay. Also, I pick up painless. Why? We have specially made needles with very small, very narrow size compared to traditional needle. The sharp part of the needle is much shorter than the traditional needle. So the bleeding amount decreased. Not so painful. Okay? This is a school teacher. Very, very easy. But infertility for 6 years. She received twice sonography, unnecessary check. Okay? She received a lot of treatment. Okay? And also 2 times of traditional IVF. 50 injection, 40 eggs, no pregnancy. 30 eggs, no pregnancy. Okay? And then she finally every 2 days, 1 injection. Okay, we got 2 eggs and make 2 blastocysts, 2 fetal heartbeats, 2 boys. In a month, we make her pregnant, deliver 2 boys with very little injection. Okay? Good lab quality. 1 good egg one good embryo and one kid. She's a professor, university professor. She's 40 years old already, not young. She came to me directly. So you can look. Nothing here, which means no check, no examination, no need. She came to me in April. Every 2 days, one injection. Okay? Next month, she was pregnant. In a month, she was pregnant. No need to check. Just make her pregnant as soon as possible. 36-year-old, 14-year pregnant infertility. The doctor, not me, checked her sonography. It's normal. And laparoscope and said it's normal. But she's not pregnant. Okay? She came to me. I don't check anything. Just ultrasound, very basic blood test. Every 2 days, one injection. She was pregnant in 1 month. No need to check. 37 years old. All terrible. Sonography 2 times, laparoscope surgery 1 time. A lot of treatment, a lot of check. Oh my God, suffering. She finally, IVF very quick. She was pregnant. No need to check. Just make her pregnant. 34 years old. Sonography for 2 times. A lot of check. She finally very quick pregnant. Hong Kong. 35 years old. 7 years of infertility. Sonography once. Laparoscope once. Unnecessary. Useless check. Okay, IVF in Hong Kong. She found August. She found August. Every 2 days, one injection. In 1 month, she was pregnant. How much she cost? Singapore dollar 5,800. Okay? No suffering. Inexpensive. 36 years old from China, Guangzhou. Sonography once, laparoscope once. See, everywhere. Hong Kong, China, maybe Singapore, the same. They check a lot. Useless. In a month, I make her pregnant. Every 2 days, one injection. Very easy. Okay? 31 from Hong Kong. Oh, terrible. Lot of check. Terrible. History of useless medication. She found in a month she was pregnant. How much she cost? Singapore dollar 5,500. Acceptable, inexpensive. 34 years old, Hong Kong girl. No check, no history. She found me directly in a month. Make her pregnant. How much she cost? 8,000. A little bit higher because the high AMH, many of her embryo are also frozen in the Honji clinic. So cost a little bit more. But after the delivery, she can come back, use the other frozen embryos. Certified. See, sonography, laparoscope, useless. She found me very quick. She was pregnant. 33 years old. From China, no history, which means no suffering history. Happy. She found me directly. In a month, she was pregnant. Very quick. 36 years old from China. See, check sonography, check sonography. Useless. She found me in a month pregnant. From China, 41 years old. Wow, a lot of changes. 41 years old. The same, I make her pregnant in a month with reasonable, inexpensive price. You should save your money to raise your children, right? 38 years old, no check from China. In a month, she was pregnant. 37 from Shanghai, China, Shanghai. No history. She found me direct, okay? In a month, she was pregnant. No check. Hong Kong, you see Hong Kong guys, Hong Kong couples, kids. So beautiful, okay? Okay, this is my seal, so-called white hair seal, or black hair seal. The hair, when we are kids, are all black. But maybe after 30 years old, maybe after 40 years old, your black hair change into gray and then into white. Why? It's a normal aging process. The hair goes from black to gray to white. The same, your ovary also like the egg. They also aged. If the egg can make you a baby like first, we call this a black hair. If the egg can make you pregnant, but no fetal heartbeat, we call it gray hair. If the egg cannot make you pregnant at all, we call it white hair. An 18 years old teenager or younger. Most of the months, the eggs are black hair, healthy, make baby. But after 30, 34, some white hair, okay, some gray hair, but there are some black hair. If you give me a black hair, the good quality egg, I will give you the kids. After 44, most of the months the hair is white, gray, but still the chance of black hair. Okay, this is my patient, 44 years old. Also picked up for 6 times, transferred 2 times, pregnant, 44. Yes, why not? Oh, this is my first Japanese baby, okay, made by Honji Fertility. Was born in Tokyo in 2014. Even the Japanese couple, they travel from Tokyo to Taipei to see me. Okay. 1 year later, this kid will come to me. Okay, now we go to another topic, egg donation. If your egg doesn't work for you, then probably you should consider egg donation. The egg coming from maybe 20 to 31, 32, young girls. Okay, she is receiving egg freezing and egg donation. Okay, our egg freezing makes 3 live births. Okay, and egg donation, the girl. Okay, this is a young girl, 33 years old from Japan. She's 33 years old. Okay, but her egg doesn't work. So she came to me 2016 April. Okay, 3 months later, we produced Brussels cyst, and then she was pregnant. This is the kids, beautiful kids, beautiful, healthy. Egg donation. Okay. This is another unfortunate Japanese girl. When she was 19 years old, she had a disease called leukemia. She received treatment, the chemotherapy or something, which kill her organ. From then, she has no healthy eggs. At the age of 33, she came to me, to do egg donation. And very lucky, very fast, she got pregnant. Of course, now she has kids. Okay, egg donation, boy, beautiful boy. Egg donation, to boy. Okay? From Singapore, your country, Singapore. 49 years old. Okay? 49 years old. 2016, she came to me. 2016, November, And the next year, we prepare already her embryo. We do embryo transfer. And the first embryo transfer, she was pregnant in Singapore. She came to Taiwan for egg donation. And the price about Singapore dollar, 22,000 Singapore dollars. It's about one third compared to US, okay? And Taiwan is close. And from Japan, 35 years old. But menopause, no healthy eggs. We make her pregnant very quick. From Japan, 42 years old. 30 times IVF value in Japan. Okay? She come to me and use egg donation very quick. She was pregnant. Japan, 48 pregnant. Japan, 48 pregnant. Fukuoka, Japan, 49 pregnant. Japan, 53 use egg donation, of course, pregnant. Yamaguchi, Japan, 55 pregnant. Blackbird, no problem. Tokyo, 35 pregnant. 60 times IVF value. Japan, 72 times IVF value. Come to Taipei, use egg donation, pregnant, blackbirds, of course. Tokyo, 54 years old. Twin, using egg donation. Yes, of course. Osaka, Japan, 47, 67 times IVF value. 67, can you believe that? Can you believe that? Cost a lot of money, a lot of life, okay? She came to Taipei, Honji Clinic, pregnant, delivered baby. Kyushu, Japan, 45. She used $3 to produce 3 kids. She now is a mother of 3 kids using egg donation. In the end, you will have as many kids as you want. Okay? Japan, 31. Premature ovarian failure. China, egg donation pregnant. China, egg donation pregnant. Hong Kong, 46 egg donation pregnant. Of course, Macau, egg donation pregnant. Hong Kong, egg donation pregnant. 44. Yes, why not? China, egg donation pregnant. China, egg donation. Hong Kong, China, Japan, egg donation pregnant. She went to Thailand. You know, she spent a lot of money, failed. Then she came to me. In 3 months, she was pregnant. She was pregnant, of course. Okay, Japan, 39 pregnant. Australia, 46, Melbourne, Monash IVF Center, failed. But she came to me very quick, maybe 3 months. Yes, 3 months. She was pregnant. Okay, 46. Yes, why not? Korean, 33, pregnant. China, pregnant. Japan, oh, too much. Too many. Shanghai, pregnant. Taiwan, pregnant. Of course, Japan, pregnant. Taiwan, pregnant. All over Japan, we have patients. Tokyo, Osaka, of course. Hokkaido, North Japan, pregnant. The south island of Japan, Hateruma, pregnant, of course. We have patients all over China, mainly Shanghai, Beijing, or Guangzhou. But in Xinjiang side, we have also patients pregnant. So we are trusted by Japan, by Korean, by China. We are fully trusted fertility center. Now I'm coming to Singapore. I want to help. Japan, pregnant life first. Okay. I built my clinic in 2012. 1 year later, this Japanese journalist, Okazaki-san, she's very, very smart. Because in the beginning, we don't have so many Japanese patients, but she noticed from internet, wow, some Japanese couple, infertility couple, came to Taipei to Honji Clinic for infertility treatment. It feels very strange. Japanese medical lab is higher than Taiwan. Why? Thai people come to Taiwan for medical treatment. So she visited me in Taipei. She talked to me, and she said, because she is the expert of reproductive medicine in Japan. Okay, she said, Honji Clinic, Taiwan's IVF clinic is not as good as Japan, especially not as good as Tokyo. I told her, yes, of course I know. All these clinics, I'm familiar, extremely familiar. And she said, Honji Clinic is as good as those clinics in Tokyo. I said, no, you're wrong. Honji Clinic is New York. Of course. She agreed with me. I said, Honji Clinic is New York clinic in Taipei. She agreed. She wrote down everything I said. Honji Clinic, blah, 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 blah. Okay? I said, even though Japanese people went to USA, they went to clinic in Hawaii, in Los Angeles. It's not the best medical treatment in US. The best is in New York. So you fly to Taiwan, not to America. Taipei is New York. She agrees with me. So she said, headline news, headline news. Infertility treatment, Taiwan is up. Before Honji Clinic, Taiwan IVF Center has been working on IVF treatment for 30 years. But the international journalists, they don't recognize. They don't think Taiwan was successful until Honji Clinic. Why? Because we built one of the best lab in Asia, New York level lab. Another Japanese TV interviewing me, okay? After the report, many Japanese patients noticed. 2013, one patient, one kids. 2014, 17 patients, 17 babies. 2015, 37 patients produced 31 babies. Okay? 2016, more than 100 patients, more than 100 babies. Okay? Or 200, okay? But the cumulative live birth rate is around 72 to 76. Very, very stable. Okay? That's why I told you. If you use egg donation, in the end, you will have as many kids as you want. Okay. This is including other countries: Korea, China, Hong Kong, Macau, and Singapore. Okay. The egg donation, most of the patients are from Japan, but some are from China, Hong Kong, America, Philippines. Yes, Philippines, of course. Of course, many Philippines. Mongolia, Australia, Singapore, 5 patients, see? Korean. 2012 to 2017, our patient population. But most of the patient is coming from our country. That's why I said we are fully trusted by the whole Asia. Okay. Which kind of patient can use egg donation? Premature menopause, or poor ovarian function, or after menopause. They can use egg donation to be pregnant. Okay. Japanese, another Shukoku Shinun. Okay. This couple sitting in the clinic, in the sofa of Honji Clinic, they are pregnant. Because we produce so many Japanese kids in our program, in our IVF program. So last year, the large newspaper last year, May 7th. Okay, we produce more than 100 kids. Okay, I'm here. This is my patient. She already 46. Extremely difficult to produce kids. But her husband loved kids so much. Okay, they came to Honji Clinic. They produce beautiful girl, looking exactly the same with her father. Okay, our news is even more important than the French president candidate. They carry more. Now, let's talk about science, medical science, research, paper, Nature. Everybody agree? Nature journal, this journal is the highest level of science, of medical science, of medicine. Okay? In 2013, November issue, 2013, November issue, medical center from San Francisco, they published a paper in Nature. Somatic cell regulate maternal mRNA translation, blah, 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 and developmental comparison, blah, 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 of mouse and cell. Okay? In the reference of their paper, in the back, they have to cite some paper to, to make their statement stronger. Reference 6, Honji Chang. This is my paper. My paper, developmental incompetence of deleted oocyte, Nature cited my paper, which means this is the paper. I wrote developmental incompetence, which means our scientific knowledge level is recognized by Nature. This is very rare for clinic, for fertility center, throughout Asia. We have PGS, pre-implantation genetic screening, to check your embryo. We put only the chromosomally normal embryo into your uterus to increase your success rate. And if it is abnormal, you don't need to abort it. It is painful. We put only chromosomally normal embryo into your uterus. Okay. The egg donation rate in US, throughout US, the average about 40%. How about New York, NYU? 44.6, 4% more. How about Honji Clinic? 46, we are even higher. Our lab is as good as NYU, but our egg donor is much younger than US. Egg donor, see? Are they beautiful? Do they look like you? Singapore girl, do they? See? Donor. These are all our donors. Most of them are college graduates. Taiwan, a small island, only more than 20 million population people living there. But we have 160 college university. Most Chinese girls are college graduate, so very highly educated to make sure your kids has good brain. Okay, these are our donor. Okay. This is this year, March 23. Our operation name. You see, this picture came from Taipei, Hong Kong, Japan, Tokyo, Japan, China. It's an international clinic. Another day, Hong Kong, Taipei. This is donor from Taiwan. Taipei, New York. Yes, we have a patient from New York, and she was pregnant. During the first trial, she received medication from maybe Cornell, and she doesn't like it. She visited me. Okay, we make her pregnant in the first trial. Now she fly back to New York. Of course, she'll deliver a baby. Of course, I hope so. Yes, yes. She's not young, maybe 40 something. Okay, and this girl from Tokyo, from Tainan, South Taiwan. Another day, patient from Hong Kong, Taiwan, Philippines. Yes, Macau, Japan, Taiwan, China, Taiwan. Yes. I hope you can visit Taiwan next time. Singapore, Malaysia. Okay. Girl's dream. What's your dream? What's your dream? You want to find a good boy. Okay, good boy. You love. For what? To produce kids. You want that. But most of you suffered, frustrated, spent a lot of money. You cry a lot of time, I know. Honji Clinic. We make the IVF treatment easier, less suffer, not painful, no check, inexpensive. Please come to Taipei, to Taiwan. Let me help you. Thank you for today's lecture. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. See you in Taipei. See you in Taipei. Thank you. Thank you.
続いての特集は、卵子提供での新たな動き、ボランティアのドナーです。卵子提供というのは、何らかの事情で卵子を作ることができない女性が、第三者から卵子を提供してもらい、
我1分钟吧，意思一下约好了。你知道老板这个怪人？是啊，混蛋。他们对老板不是。
其实我是知道他们
知道对吗？